Hey guys, it is Saturday here in West Virginia, and as I mentioned yesterday in our Free It Friday video, we were going to take a look at the new Hot Wheels semi-premium Silver Series hybrid speed set. These are really not my type of car to collect. My son Ethan, he does like the exotics, so I got him a set and I got an extra set. But I think the extra set I'm just going to return unless somebody needs a set. And they can have them for what I paid. I think it's way too much, in my opinion. $347 plus tax at Walmart for these basically overhyped main lines. That's exactly what they are. They're not even all metal on metal. Half of them nowadays are just plastic base, metal body, and then no rubber tires, just basic wheels. And the basic wheels, they are special ones just for the semi-premiums. At least most of them are, but not always is that true too. Some of them you can find on main lines, like back, I don't know, about 12 years ago, they tried that Cool Classic series and they had those retro slots. Well, you can find them now on mainline cars, which they actually look pretty cool. I like the wheel, but I didn't like the price of Cool Classics. And that's basically the same thing with the Silver Series stuff. But anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at them. And yeah, we didn't have any luck finding anything at Walmart this morning. So yeah, I've been batting a zero at Walmart over the past several weeks. The last thing we found was that Super Corvette Gasser back in, I believe it was August. So yeah, I haven't found nothing really good since then. But anyways, here's number one in the hybrid speed. It's a 5-car set. No hidden treasure hunt or chase as far as I know. I don't think there are any. I know in a couple series they were just changing the paint job on the car and making it like a Spectra Flame instead of making like one of the 5 the chase car. So now you'll find all 5. Sometimes the paint will be different on one, and that's the chase car. And then sometimes you get sets with no chase cars. So it's not consistent at all. But anyways, so you can see the lineup here. You have the BMW i8 Roadster, the Lamborghini Sián, I think that's how you say it, or Sián, FKP 37, the McLaren P1, the 17 Acura NSX, and this is a big ass name, the Porsche Panamera Turbo SE Hybrid Sport, and then I guess that's the name in a different language, the Voiture de Sport Hybrid Turismo. So anyways, this is number one, your i8 BMW, and it is a Roadster. That's kind of cool. Get hence the name Roadster. But anyways, nice detailed interior. I mean, it's not that exotic, but it's not that bland either. And then the nice front end detail, that signature split BMW grille and the headlights. The front end of the car looks kind of cool, but that's about it in my opinion. And then you have your detailed tail light area and your emblems and marker lights. And then you have some really whacked out space age looking X style wheel. It's like an X right in the middle of a chrome wheel, a black X. So something unusual. But anyways, the card art's cool. Card art matches the car spot on, except for the mirrors. This does not have casted in mirrors. Card art has the mirrors. Like what they're doing with the concrete out in the middle of nowhere with lightning coming down and a tornado in the background. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be like the ocean and this is supposed to be the beach. But anyways, yeah, cool card art. I will say that much. So number 2 is, actually, if I had to pick a favorite of the set, it would be a toss-up between this and the NSX. This is giving nostalgia vibes of like the Countach, but they do have a Countach Madara now, but they made the vent way too big in my opinion. But this one's kind of cool. But I'm not really big into the hybrid or EV stuff. I respect them because of the performance. They do run really good. And there is no slack in the drivetrain. It's like instantaneous power to the wheel. So it is kind of cool in that manner. But anyways, this color on this thing is very nice. It almost looks like Mopar's cinnamon stick in a way. And this also has those like X four-spoke style wheels. And then the card art, once again, is really cool. Same same background, but different car. Detailed tail lights and rear area, detailed headlights and such. So not a bad looking car. But still, as I said, for $350 each, basically, more than that after you pay the tax on them. My tax rate here in West Virginia is 7%. So with the 7% on $3, $3.50, it would be like 24 cents. So basically, you're paying $3.70 for these cars. $3.70 each. Now here's number 3, the McLaren P1. And McLaren actually, in recent years, have not been producing very aesthetically pleasing cars, in my opinion. I don't know, it's just like one of the uglier supercars out there. This one, however, is not so bad. It's better than the Sián or Sián, whatever you want to call it. But still, not that, like, noteworthy. I mean, it's a car that I could easily forget about. It's not going to stick in my mind. And this one has a different style wheel. It's kind of still yet a 4-spoke style. It's like a 4-slot wheel with a white lip. I don't really dig that white lip on the exotics, especially the exotics, because I don't know, it's just something that should be on a classic or a luxury car. White walls or white lips wheels, I just don't really dig it. But the detail on the thing's nice. Detailed front end, headlights and tail lights, and then this one is a plastic base. That's what I wasn't pointing out before. The Lamborghini also a plastic base, and then and the BMW also a plastic base. So that's why they're getting back to just putting main lines in a glorified package. So number 4 is that Porsche with the huge name. So, but it is cool. It is one that does have the mirrors casted in. And did the P1 have mirrors? No, P1 didn't have mirrors casted in. So this one, like, actually cool. Has the best looking wheel so far. Kind of like a PR5, but inverted just a little bit. And then the paint is very nice. This metallic medium blue. Mirrors casted in. Once again, detailed headlight area. Detailed grill. And it has the Hot Wheel logo in the grill opening. That's kind of sweet. And then the back end, detailed tail lights with the Porsche lettering between the tail lights. Once again, Hot Wheel vanity plate. Looks really cool. But it's got a plastic base. So that kind of kills it, making it worth $350. I don't think so. But it is a cool one. I have to say, the Lamborghini I like, but for detail and overall, like, the best casting is probably that one, in my opinion. So last but not least is the one you're getting the most money's worth on, and that is the 17 Acura NSX. The reason I say that is because it has a diecast base, diecast body. It is much heavier than any of the others because of that reason, being metal on metal. And the wheels are really cool. They're a 6-spoke design, kind of like a composite mold, they used to call them back in the 90s whenever they did this, where it's like a separate tire on a separate wheel, but it's still plastic. They were called them co-mold, but composite mold basically. And it is a very nice looking car. Detail in the grill area. The header panel has an Acura emblem. You have your headlights, and you have detailed tail lights and everything. It looks very nice. This one is probably the only one I can justify the $347 plus tax on. But yeah, I mean, there's a few good ones in it, especially if you're into the modern rides. This set is a decent set. Being worth $350 each, not really. Maybe these two here are. These over here are $2 cars or less, in my opinion. But we did just notice that Walmart did jack up the price on basic Hot Wheels to $1.24. So they did go up 6 cents. So basically like 5%. They increased. It was a small increase compared to the premium stuff. The premiums went up by like 20% because I seen them climb by like $1.50, something like that. Because now car culture is like almost $8 or it's over $8. I can't recall. Because they haven't had anything good enough to buy lately, except for the F1s. That's right. The F1s were $7.94 plus tax. I do remember that because it was a little over $8 each. But anyways, guys, that's it. I'm not going to be going anywhere else this weekend, most likely. So we will be back again on Monday for our Mopar Monday. And we do have a lot of Mopars to unbox. But Monday, I'm not sure if we're going to go with old releases or newer releases. It just depends what we have coming in tomorrow. Because Auto World finally sent me the email that they're shipping the pre-order store exclusives of the Dick Landy Coronet and the Black Velvet Fury. So we'll see what happens with that. But most likely it'll be some older stuff that will crack open for you on Monday for our Mopar Monday. So be sure to tune in for that. Turn on your notification bell so you know when we drop something new. If you have not subscribed yet, please do so. And if you can, please give us a thumbs up. It will help us move up in the algorithm. So I appreciate you guys, and we will talk to you again on Monday.